What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And it's lights, camera, and action. So, last time on my YouTube channel, we were talking about depression and the causes of it. I'm well aware that we have like 1,000 reasons that we could put together, but they all boil down to one. And that is the fact that we have a lot of people being affected by mental health crisis and illnesses. And we need to do away with the stigma of that. And we need to get ourselves educated around the question. So we need to familiarize ourselves with mental health in as much as possible, that in every way we can, in every corner that we find, in every space that we can get, in every conversation that we can become part of, we need to familiarize ourselves with these things. Because you might just think maybe your friend is pulling away from the rest of the squad only to find that he's going through something so deep that only a handful of people can pull them out of. There are different ways of pulling somebody out of a horrible dark corner that their mind might set them up into. But one of them is for us to love ourselves and to love those who are affected. Because you might be the strongest person in the circle, and then the next day it's you who's going through a lot. And nobody sees that because they're used to you being the strongest person they know. But today on this YouTube channel, we're going to be discussing how to beat depression, how to beat anxiety. These are the things that I personally went through, and there were seasons when I survived and I felt alive and I was ready to get the door kicking. And I would say, God, just show me the crack. I'll kick down the door myself. So how did I make it? Get your pen and paper and let's get to this. So at most instances, you find that the sadness that brings the wave of depression is not even an issue of material conditions on the ground. But sometimes what brings in the sadness is the fact that you feel like there's nothing to celebrate about your life. So this boils down to, what are your daily goals? Do you have daily goals? If you don't, you need to start having those. Do you have New Year resolutions? Those are supposed to be your goals, actually. And if you don't, you need to start having them. One of the things that I got introduced to were videos of Mr. Ron. His name is Jim Ron in full. Quite an old man, but very sharp, very straight to the point. So what those help me to understand is that you need to have self-development plan. And when you have a self-development plan, you work on yourself with nobody pushing you to do it. You need to have a consistent hour of what time do you wake up, and then have a consistent hour of what time do you sleep. Between those two different hours that you have picked, you need to have a daily routine of each and every day. Try to include gym. If you can't pay for it, try to jog. So let me say you are joining the 5 a.m. club and you wake up at 5, and then maybe you have a friend or somebody to jog with for the sake of safety. Or you just have your in-house exercises. You do your exercises, you do your bed. From there on, you start with the work that you have or you're cut out for the day. At the end of the day, write down all of your goals. State properly that this is what you are going to be doing the following day. Allocate enough time to those. If you are in school, state out your timetable. Know which hours you are booked and which hours you're not. In that way, you get your days organized. So then you get to know where you're not putting most of your energy into, or you get an understanding of what is it that you're not paying much energy into. So in that aspect, you know that, look, if I don't have money, what is it that I'm doing which is going to get me money? Which skills do I have? Which skills can I monetize? Which skills can I not monetize? If certain skills need your qualification in order for you to perform them, what are you doing to get to the level of qualification? So we all know that the job market in South Africa is bad. Like it's so bad. The president will come up and say, I'm going to create 1 million jobs, the same speech every time, but nothing really works out because it's tough. It's like a scarcity of resources when the problem is not a scarcity of resources. But now you need to make sure that at least in a day you send 2 applications. Not that in a day you'll get 2 posts open, but in a day try to do something that enhances a goal that you always wanted to become. So, for instance, I once had a dream I was like, you know what, God, I want to become president one day of the country. And what I did for the year when I set that goal out forth, each and every day of my life, I learned something that could get me closer to the dream. You don't have to put pressure on yourself, but you have to celebrate the small achievements that you get. So that simply means if you read a book today and you have read half of it, that's a celebration. You put it down, you note it down, you note down the lessons, you grow. In that way, you have less space to think negative things and more space to do positive things. So that leaves you with a huge chunk of things that you've done and a huge chunk of things that you have accomplished. So you become a better person. In that way, you equip yourself to be strong enough to deal with the monster that is anxiety and depression, because you are a soldier trying to fight it out through. But if you are not a well-grounded person in yourself, then becoming itself becomes one of the most difficult things. You know what? Let's meet again on my next video and let's see what's going to be happening on my channel. It's Sociopolitical Commentary, all the things that are affecting young people here on Sociopolitical YouTube channel. For now, bye-bye.